What is up, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. My name is Garixdover. I'm the CEO and founder of Reps Up Athletics and RUA Apparel. And today, what I want to talk to you guys a little bit about is macro diets and carb cycling. Now, if you know a lot about it, if you don't, I've used it for many years. I've given it as what I prescribe to my clients. It is something I tell them often to do, but you can't just jump into it. You really need to know a couple things for it to be effective. So in this video, I'm going to give you all my tips on macro dieting and carb cycling. Let's go. Yeah. Okay, so right at the jump, I want to get the misconception off the table, because a lot of people think with a macro diet, as long as it fits my macros, it fits my meal. Like, it'll help me achieve my goals, and to some degree there is some truth in that, but if you don't know what you're doing and you're unprepared for it, there's a lot of ways to make mistakes in this. Yes, it is easier than most diets. That is why I tend to prescribe it or give it to my clients to work with, but you need to know the foundation. You need to have a good base to stand upon, or it's very easy to slip up and fail. Now, like I said, one of the misconceptions that everyone has is, oh, it fits my macros, I can eat it. So they're eating pizza, blah, 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 blah. And yes, to a degree, but this is a very thin line of a degree. You can lose weight and you can gain weight by it. And it's not necessarily the right weight, it's not the weight you want. And sure, if to maintain your body you need 2,000 calories and you're only eating 1,500, yes, you will lose weight. There's no question about that. You are in a calorie deficit, you will lose weight. However, you are not doing anything beneficial to your insides, you're not doing anything really healthy for your body except losing that weight. And, besides losing that weight, you're really doing it in the wrong way, because, for example, you may have 40 pounds of fat that you could afford to lose off your body, let's just say. And out of that 40 pounds, sure, you're losing some, but the weight you're losing won't be all fat. You will be losing lots of muscle mass that you have as well, because of the fact that you aren't eating healthy to sustain that. Now, if you're doing resistance training, strength training, weight training, any kind of sport, and anything that's going to really try and add muscle, now without the proper nutrition, if you're always eating junk food to fit your macros, you won't have the right nutrition to build as well as you possibly could be. So one of the key things that I want you guys to take away from this video is that if you're doing a macro-based diet, one of the things I strongly suggest, and I'm like urging you guys to figure this out, is to do your research. Talk to a coach, look online. I mean, online there's a lot of places that will steer you the wrong way, that can give you misconceptions, that can be totally wrong or totally right. So you got to do lots of background checks. You got to really be up on your facts and really know what you're going to look for. Another thing I want you guys to watch for is, don't get caught up in it needs to be this big thing or it needs to be super simple. What you need to do is what's best for your body. With a macro diet, it needs to be very tailored to you. You cannot just hand someone a bunch of numbers and be like, follow this and they'll be fit, because like I said, you may lose weight if you're in a calorie deficit, or you may gain weight if you're in a calorie surplus, but that's the obvious. If you're looking to gain muscle mass, well, eating a ton of fat is probably not going to be the thing for it. You need protein in your diet. Basically, what I like to do for my clients is I like to give them a meal guideline. Now, what this guideline is there's a bunch of healthy choices and meals that you can substitute for other things. For example, like if you're craving this or that, I can give you a healthier version of it that will still be packed with protein, still be packed with carbs, and still be packed with healthy fats that you can have into your diet while you're tracking your macros. Now, to take this another step further, one of the things that I really like doing is carb cycling. Now, I've only recently gotten into it, but I find it's a great way to really help me lose fat while still gaining muscle and staying lean. And by doing so, I've literally been able to get to the lowest body fat percentage I've ever had, and I'm doing a bulk right now. And currently, I think my record was 7%, and right now is like 6.4% body fat, which is crazy good for myself. So I'm gonna try and keep that around there, maybe a little lower, maybe fluctuate a bit, but I'm gonna start carb cycling hard and doing it in a whole new way, where instead of doing it day by day, I'm going to do it based on my workouts. So now I got my workouts on a 6-day split. However, I break off on the weekends. I break it off where it's a free-for-all, I'm going to call it, because one of the things I noticed is I'm trying to live a healthy lifestyle. Now, all my stuff is basically tailored towards living a healthier lifestyle, not per se living to do a competition show. Now, don't get it twisted. I can teach you how to do that, and I've done it before, so I have the experience and the know-how and the knowledge, and I got the connections to put you in the right place. And if I'm not that coach, I'm not too egoed up, and I'm not too big of myself to pass you on to someone who actually knows better than I do, if that's what needs to be happening. So what I want you guys to really think of is know your facts, do some research, talk to a coach, do these things, because it's so easy to mess up a macro diet and think in your head that you're doing it right. And I've seen so many people countless times, they rush into it, they get this misconception that as long as it fits in my macros, I'm good. And then when they do it for 3 months, 4 months, and they start to not see the results they want, they start to see negative results, they start to kibosh the whole thing all together. They start feeling negative about their workouts, they start feeling negative about their diet, and they slowly just taper off. And it's very easy to happen. I've seen it numerous times, so don't get caught up in that misconception. A couple of the reasons why it's important to stay on track and talk to a coach or someone who knows or do your research is because it's so easy to slip up. Basically, with zero experience doing it, you're very likely to over or under eat and miss your macros. Now, there's a few good apps. One of the ones I use is MyFitnessPal. I'm not associated with them at all. It's by Under Armour. It's a great app that I personally use. You can punch in exactly what you want from your macros, your proteins, your carbs. You can even get more in depth to all the nutrients and everything that's in them, so you can really break it down very niche to what you really want. It's a great app. I suggest using it, but with the knowledge that you're going to get. Another misconception that I found among people is that they really think that this is a healthy lifestyle if they're staying within their macros. And I can't stress the staying within your macros part enough, because everyone thinks, oh, it's my macros, I'm good. But like I say, if you're eating a bunch of pizzas, cheeseburgers every day to fit your macros, well, the fats and the stuff, and they aren't the healthy fats, they aren't good carbs, it's detrimental on a long-term scale. So sure, going to McDonald's every now and again is not going to be the worst thing in the world if you're on top of your shit every other day or 90% of the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, live a balanced, healthy lifestyle. But in terms of just it fits my macros, that's not going to be healthy for you in the long run. That's not going to help you, your insides, your actual body, besides its appearance in looking like, either you go to the gym or whatever, your goal is to be slimmer, to be bigger, whatever. It can help you get there, but if you're going for overall health, it's not one of the ways to go without knowing some knowledge. And it really takes a little bit of input from a coach or the internet or wherever you're going to get your knowledge from to just put you on the right track, because it's so easy to slip. I can't stress that enough. I've had so many clients who we either stopped working together or I've just given them a meal plan and I touch back with them later on and they've totally lost track, they're totally unmotivated, and it's so easy to slip up. So I keep stressing that because I die hard believe it. One of the good things about macro diets and carb cycling is that it allows you to start being aware of what you're eating, and it allows you to start having intuitive meals and intuitive eating, which is a style that I personally choose because I've been doing this so long. I've had so many clients and I've done fitness shows and Spartan races and this event, this sport, that sport, every other sport, and I've trained for it specifically that I know what my body does and what reacts with my body and what I can allow it to do in intake and what the output will be. So I've done the research and I've done the background searches and I've done all that stuff to really know what my body does. So I do this thing, intuitive eating, where I still carb cycle and I still on a macro diet, but I don't exactly every day punch it in to the T, because I know if I eat this, 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 and this, it's going to give me this result. If I eat this, this, and this, and this, it's going to give me that result. And I've been doing it for so long that I know. That's why this is a skill that you will learn after you've done it for a little bit. You will start to realize how easier it can get and how at the start it may seem like a lot. To do it properly, it may seem like a lot. But it's so worth it, guys, because the more you do it, the more you gain that knowledge, the less you'll be relying on a person like the coach or the internet or any of this stuff I had listed. But to get started, I really need to stress to you guys that it's not just something you can pick up and do, punch it in the app and you're gone. To do it properly, now you may be the 1 in a million who gets lucky and nails the hammer or the nail on the head and you're perfect at it. Okay, but for the 99.9% of the population, you've got to really do your research and understand it. But done properly, there's a lot of benefits to it. And if you happen to be one of those people who are looking for those benefits, or you're actually motivated to get on a diet, you're motivated to become the better version of yourself, you're motivated to really push yourself to that next level, hit me up. I have no problems telling you guys any information. I have no problem sharing anything that I know personally with you guys, pointing you in the right direction, getting you in touch with the right person. I'm just here to help you guys and really make an impact in your life and make it better. So what I want you guys to do is, if you're someone who's looking for a macro diet, and this is one of the reasons you clicked on this video, it's something that I specialize in, and it's something that I do all the time, so I know it like the back of my hand. If you guys would like any help and to push this forward, shoot me a DM or an email and I'll be happy to point you in the right direction. But as far as I can stress to you guys, this is very important. This is one of the most important things that I can stress, is that you need to know your body, you need to know what your goal is, and you need to do it for yourself. A lot of the people think like, okay, this is a fad, this is what it's going to be. No, that's not the case. You really need to know what you're in it for, and it'll allow you to be more humble. It'll allow you to check your ego at the door, and it'll allow you to really push yourself to that next level that you're trying to get. Just put your blinders on, stop focusing on what's over here, stop focusing on what's over here, and focus on what's straight ahead of you. Push yourself forward and keep going. Now, if you're someone who, say, doesn't have as much experience with the macro dieting or the carb cycling, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of insight into what it actually is. So a macro diet is your macronutrients, and basically how that breaks down is between your proteins, your fats, and your carbs. Now, throughout the day, it depends on your goals, these will add up to your total calorie intake for the day, and they each have numbers prescribed to them that are coinciding, that each gram of protein, each gram of fat, each gram of carbs correlates to. Now, I have a video that you can dive in really deep, and it helps you find your numbers. I will link it up here. You guys can go to it. I'll link it right there. You can click on it. It'll walk you through the entire process, super simple and detailed for you guys to really get the ball going. You can check out my other videos. We have a lot that'll help you do this process, but for the macro and carb cycling itself, one of the benefits of this is you know exactly what you're putting in your body. You know how much of each thing you're putting in. It allows you to live a healthier lifestyle. You learn intuitive eating, and the carb cycling part allows you to still gain muscle while you're still losing fat. Because one of the things it does is on your high carb days, it's going to fuel you and restore your glycogen stores to the point where they're full again, and not overspilling into the point you're storing stuff and gaining fat. Whereas your low carb days will completely deplete those and allow you to push through and really lose that last bit of stored fat to the point where you're burning it on a regular basis. And when you do have the surplus, you're using it to build muscle, because your body needs that fuel. It needs something to build those muscles. So when you do fuel it again, that's what it's going to use. It'll have nothing stored that it needs to burn off or that it can use to gain those muscles. So the bonus and the best part of all this diet is that, to an extent, you get to eat how you like. It's not like a coach is going to tell you, you need to eat this, you need to eat this, go. It's going to be like, okay, you like these foods, you like these foods, you like these foods, what are the healthy options of that, and what can we do to make this simple for you so that you can break it down and have it at home, and it can be actually something you stick to. A lot of people, they don't like the diet, they don't like the food, they fall off, they don't reach their goal. So a macro diet, it allows you to be a little bit more flexible. But like I say, you really need to know your stuff. You really need to either be in touch with the coach or look it up or do your research so you can know what's best for your body. With the carb cycling added to it, it's just that added touch to really knock this shit out of the park and hit a home run and get that physique that you really want. Also, I've been able, while carb cycling and finding a macro diet, this is the only time in my life I've ever really found something I've been able to put my name behind and really agree with, that it is a way to still bulk well losing fat. There's so many people out there who have this misconception as well, and you can't build muscle while losing fat, and I think that's total bullshit, because you totally can. I'm living proof. I'm bulking right now, and you know, your numbers don't go up as drastically as when you're doing a dirty bulk, which is a straight bulk, because obviously you're not taking in that amount of fat, that amount of carbs, that amount of calories in total, right? You're dialing it down, but you're doing it smart, safe, controlled, and in my opinion, man, it's the tortoise and the hare at this point. Do you really want to race there and get that there and do it half-assed and not learn the steps? Or do you want to do something a little bit slower, take your time, but when you get there, you've gained the skills, the knowledge, and everything to keep this going? It's not like, oh, this coach got me here, now I know absolutely fucking nothing, I'm not working with him, I lose all my results. No. What my approach is it teaches you the tools you need, gives you everything you need to start, adapt, and learn so you can carry it on through your entire life, and you won't need me anymore. I'm not here to make money. I'm not here to, rip you off or anything. I want you to genuinely learn and enjoy working with me and my brand and really do something to help the community. So I hope you guys really learned something about this, because carb cycling can be great. Macro diets are awesome. I strongly suggest them. Like I said, if you're looking to work with the coach, I currently have a couple spots available for online coaching. I can fit you guys in but you have to be 100% dedicated. I don't want none of this half-ass bullshit that people have been coming to me with. Like, there's so many things, man. They come to me and they expect unrealistic results. There's people who have come to me and expect things to happen overnight. When I tell them it's not going to, they get scared and they don't want to work with me. And I've had people even tell me I'm a bad coach. One lady, I call her a Karen, because she had told me that if I can't give her the results in 60 days, I'm obviously not a good coach. And she was a bigger woman, and she literally thought she could lose over 100 pounds in 60 days. And when I told her, like, you're kind of off the mark with that, she didn't believe me, yada yada yada. But yeah, if you are someone who, you know, you don't either have the money for a coach, you don't want a coach, you don't have access to a computer or a way to look this up, I don't know how you're watching this then, but if you're one of those people who just want to do it on yourself and you kind of just want to, you know, wing it, I will give you some pointers right now to help you kind of go along. And one of the first things I would suggest is that you really know what your goal is. You hone in on it and you understand what it is you want to do. Now, if it's bulk, shred, get lean, add muscle mass, just whatever your goal is, just know it and keep it in sight, so you always know what your main goal is, what your objective is. Because when you go into a macro diet, it can go many multiple ways. So if you don't have that goal in sight, you don't have that vision straightforward ahead, it's very easy to taper off and lose sight. So the biggest thing I say is just know what you want to do. And if you do any research, which I strongly suggest you should, do it for what's best for your body. Don't look at what influencer you like and what they're doing, because 9 times out of 10, their genetics are different, their body makeup is different, everything about them is different than what you're doing. Their lifestyle is different. You may work a construction job and this person is in an office all day, or they may be a fitness model that doesn't really work in a field that you do. Like, I work construction during the day and then I come home and do my fitness stuff. So compared to someone else who per se just does the fitness stuff or works in an office and doesn't do the fitness stuff, I have to intake a lot more calories, and it's a lot harder for myself to really put on any mass, any muscle, any weight, for argument's sake, just because I have such an active lifestyle. My metabolism is so high now. I pray to God that it doesn't slow down all of a sudden, but that's where we're at. So that's one of the biggest things I hope you guys take away from this, and I hope this helps. I hope you guys understand a little bit more. I'm going to be making more and more detailed on this, but I just wanted to really scrape the surface, because I've had multiple people, as I've been displaying my bulk and explaining how I'm doing it, questions and concerns, and people trying to figure out how I'm actually staying lean while building muscle. And this is the exact way I'm doing it. Like I said, I'll do a couple more videos getting in depth a little bit more on this, but I just wanted to scratch the surface. If this is something you guys really want to know about, DM me. I will let you know anything personally to you. But if this is something you just want to see another video on, comment below on things I can teach you guys, things I can talk about, and I will do my best to get them out there. I will read every single comment and get back to you guys either way regardless. But it would mean the world to me right now if you guys, even if you don't want to comment or do anything, just subscribe or give this video a thumbs up. It would mean the world to me and really allow me to keep this going and let me know I'm on the right track with you guys. I hope you took something positive away from this. I hope you learned from this, because my mission is to grow, hustle, motivate. That is the mantra of Reps Up. That is our slogan. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Much love. I'm just chilling, getting you guys these gains, making the best of it. So let's motherfucking go.
Put a trigger now, no time second guessing hard. He's back, thought Cadence told you that he's back. Axe king of underground rap, man. Billy so dope, y'all relapse. RL kill call, word of the hat, man. We line them up and then we lay them flat. I'm like, hold up.